All right, so this is Legacy of You by designer Shem Phillips and art by Sam Phillips. And it's a sort of like a campaign style game. We're on our second game. We lost the first one. We got the storybook ready. We got Comet here who's ready. We got the kitty cat on the table. We got some goodies that we unlocked from losing the last game, so I'll go over that in a little bit. So the way you win this game is by building the canal 6 times, right? So if you build all the canals and you survive the last onslaught of barbarians, which are these guys up here, you win. You lose if at the end of the round there are 7 barbarians on the board, which right now there's only 1, or if this wave catches up to where you're at, to an unbuilt card. So if this wave were to move onto here, we would lose right away. But that's not going to happen because that wave only moves when you shuffle your deck. So basically this is just a worker placement game with some pretty interesting card play. Can I make a video of just my AP? That would be great. I think I should probably do that. Just like a quick TikTok of just me, all the times I'm just looking at the board. And there were quite a few times. You don't notice it that much when it's live, but when you go back and you edit the video, you just notice me looking at everything should I do this? And then a couple of things happened during the last game. I lost. Primarily, that's what happened. The outcome was that I lost. And we did get a bonus card here. So we got this little, I forgot what they call them, but it's a little incentive, a little goodie for us, a little door prize because we lost. So they're going to help us out a little bit. And I did read the storybook part that told us what it is. It described the card and everything that happens. But I was confused, and you could probably see me visibly confused if you look at the VOD, because this does not really match up to what the storybook was telling me. So if you notice here, it looks like you place a worker and you get a cowrie shell. That's what it looks like. But the book was saying this card lets you place 2 workers on a spot. And I'm like, that iconography does not really say that, right? It doesn't really match up with the rule that was in here, the new rule they added, right? When this card is out. So I looked it up, and sure enough, there's been an errata for the storybook, right? So I went on Board Game Geek and I was like, hey, does anybody know what's up with this? And somebody responded right away, yeah, there's actually a few typos in here, and they republished it as a PDF, updated. So check it out. You'll find your answer there, and that is a typo. So it was describing a different card, right? So I went online, figured that out. Somebody helped me out. And whenever you place a worker to get a goodie, out here, here, or any of these spots, if we uncover them, you will get a bonus cowrie shell. That's what that means. So that's actually the rule, not being able to place 2 workers. That's out the window. What also could happen is if you discard this card, that's always fun to say, if you get rid of this from the game, so this is an ongoing effect as long as you have this card out. If you decide to get rid of it, that's the second part down here. What that means is that you can draw a townsfolk card to replace a barbarian, which could be pretty handy in a pinch, right? If you're gonna lose, there's too many barbarians, or you want to get rid of a barbarian, you ditch this card, this goes away out of the game, and then you add a townsfolk instead, which is great. It could be a nice little lifesaver. So for this game 2, we have our goal of doing the canals, right? Setting up the canals. And also, we are trying to feed the people because there's a famine going on. So we have to feed these cards. We have to put cards out here. So essentially, we're going to lose cards. We can't use those cards. So one of them has to have a food icon. And you can see over here, this one I have as an example. This one has fish on it, right? Let me shuffle these. That one has a fish on it. So you would have to place that over there and not use the card. So it's kind of like, hey, this is already a tight game because you only start off with 10 cards. Whenever you shuffle your cards, the wave moves. That's this thing. And you're also deciding constantly whether you want to put one into your exhaust pile, a card into your exhaust pile, or you're going to put it into the discard of the townsfolk, meaning it's gone from your hand. All right. So let's get started. I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 cards. Let me count them again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, 10 cards. That's my starting deck, which it's supposed to go down here, but Comet is she's being a little butt and she's in the way. So I'm going to put it down here. So I'm going to draw 4 cards, I believe. If we look at our income, I get to draw 4 cards. All right, so we're going to draw 4 cards. All right, so we got our 4 cards. We also get 1 laborer. That's another fun word to say. We get a cowrie shell. We get 1 provision. If we had built any of the outposts, the purple buildings, we would get a cowrie shell for each one, but we haven't. We have not done that yet. All right, so that's our income. We would also get any income from cards down here, but we don't have any. We have a free slot, so we could slot one of those in. So I start off with 4 cards. That's not a whole lot of cards to start us off with, first of all. Comet's stretching out. All right, so our first priority is we really got to move this thing here. We got to build a canal so the wave doesn't catch up to us. We do have some cards out here. We could build some other stuff though. So let's see. We could build one of these farms. We could build an outpost probably if we get rid of enough. If we get rid of enough stuff. All right. So I think what we're gonna do is we need more white workers. I can't believe we only start off with 1 worker. That always seems very limiting, but it is what it is. We only have 4 cards in our hand. So what we could do is let's build something. We could try to build one of these buildings here. But we still need a lot of stuff here. All right, so we could get rid of this one and this one. All right, here's what we're going to do. I don't know if this is going to be a good idea or not, but we're going to do it. We're going to build this. So we have one laborer, the white worker. We're going to get rid of this. So we're going to discard this to our exhaust pile to get 1 brick. Let's see, we're going to get rid of this card. We're going to discard this to our exhaust pile to get a wood. All right, so now I have enough to build this, but if I get 2 more wood, I could build one of the outposts. I don't have cards to do that. The cards are up there really, they might help me do that, but I would still need 1 wood. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to build that. We're going to use a labor, a wood, and a brick, and we're building one of these. So if we build one of these, it's going to help our income later on. So later on, we'll get either a labor, a provision, or any color worker, except for white. So I think I'll uncover this one, and we're going to put this over here, and that gives us a provision. All right. We probably should get more workers. We want to buy some cards to add to our deck. If we look up there at the offer, at the townsfolk offer, we can see that there's a bunch of red ones, or cards that give us red workers, which are the fighters, I believe. And, I kind of want... So see, I feel like the ones with the white workers are pretty good. Plus, we need to slot something in down here so we get a worker every round. So what I think I'll do is we're going to slot this one in here. All right, because we're going to need a bunch of those. We're going to need a bunch of the riders, the black workers. So the riders, so maybe slotting in one of these for income while we're able to would be a good idea. We're not going to move... Essentially, we're not moving this round, which is kind of risky. But we are going to add some cards. So we're going to buy... So we get this one for free. We could add it to our discard pile, or we could discard it into the townsfolk pile, which means we would get one of the benefits. We get the red benefit, I believe. Give me a second here. All right, so if we dismiss this worker, we would get the benefit on the top, which is a fighter. Or we could put it into our hand. We don't get anything right now, but we could use it later. So what I think I'll do we need another worker? If we get another worker, we could get another card, though. So we have two. Actually, no, we wouldn't be able to get an extra card, but I do want to get that card. So yeah, let's do that. We're going to dismiss this townsfolk. So we're only getting the benefit on the brown part. Ground. All right, so we're gonna get one red worker. So we have one red worker, two provisions, one cowrie shell. So I think what I'll do is I'll get another one of these. We're gonna need another worker, I think. Let me take a look at my discard cards. All right, so we're gonna get this card. We're gonna pay one provision for that. One provision that goes into our discard pile. We're gonna send this guy out over here to get a provision. And remember, because of the little boon that we got for losing last time, whenever a worker does something, I get a cowrie shell. So let's do that. I have two provisions, so I could actually hire this townsfolk or that one. I feel like we're gonna need workers a lot, so we're gonna do two provisions for that one. Right. And we have two cowrie shells, which we can't really do much with right now, but we'll save them up for next round. So, all right, let's see. I think that's the end of the round. Actually, no, I have a card left over here. I do have this card left in my hand. So I could dismiss it, gain a white worker and a brick, or I could exhaust it, put it in my discard pile, and get a brick. Would the brick help me right now? The brick would not help me. So what I think I'll do, I think I gained a bunch of cards here. I'm going to put this one over here. We're going to get rid of this one. So we need a fish card over here. Well, actually, we need to do these in order. We can't do that yet. So we need to do milk, then fish, then meat. So I can't put that over there. And remember, that's a victory condition, so I can't ignore that. We won't win if we don't fix that. Famine. So what should I do? Let's see. We'll dismiss this one. So we'll put it in our discard pile, and we'll get a brick. Let's get a brick, and then that'll be the end of the round. So the round's over. We still have to deal with this barbarian. So this barbarian wants us either to discard a card from our ready pile into the townsfolk discard pile, or we pay one provision. I can't pay the provision. That's fine. All right, so this one's getting destroyed. We're not going to get that card back. They don't go away. We move everything over. The barbarians stay where they are. Actually, we do move them over because we need to add one space here. So we'll do that. Add the barbarian. Now we have two barbarians on the board. And we really need to take care of those. All right. There we have it. Let's see how Comet's doing. Comet's like, she's doing all right. She just heard a truck go by. So she has to readjust. There she goes. All right, so that's the end of the round. We do our income now. So for our income, we're gonna get any worker that we want. So we'll get a writer. Also, we're gonna get 4 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. We really need to fix the canal this turn because we're almost out of cards, and whenever we have to reshuffle, this is going to move, and if this catches up to this, we're toast. So I got my 4 cards. We get a labor worker, we get a cowrie shell, we get a provision, and we get our income, which is another writer. I didn't realize we can't see my resources, so I'll start putting them over here. We got our resources, we got our income. Let's get this worker back. This guy's coming back to our hand, so we have them available for us. All right, so first things first, we really need to take care of this. Do we have any cards with white workers on them? We do not. That's a bummer. We did get rid of one over here. That's a bummer, but we did add one to our hand, I think, so that's okay. We could send out a worker to get a provision. All right, let's do this. So we're going to have to reshuffle after this round for sure. We need one worker. We do have a provision. All right, so let's do this. We are going to spend one provision. We're going to spend one provision for this card. We're going to dismiss it right away, so we're only going to get the benefit in the brown part. So we get one labor worker. All right, so we have 2 laborers. We got 2 cowrie shells. We're gonna build the canal. So this goes off board. We build this, and we get 1 brick and 1 wood. But also we destroy 1 card from our ready pile. So that goes away. So now we built that. We have we could do this trade. We could do 2 for 1 provision. We could build something on here. I'm gonna try to build something. I think we have enough wood to build one of these, which would be pretty good. We just need another white worker, which they're not really super available to us right now. All right, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna cycle this card. We're getting 1 blue worker. Okay. We're gonna send this worker out to get some provision. So that'll be 1 provision. We're gonna use this card for provision and a cowrie shell. Did we get our cowrie shell from sending this guy? No, we get a cowrie shell, right? So we get 1 cowrie shell. And then we are going to fight barbarians. So the barbarian, oh, we need another provision. Shoot, that guy's too far back. We need 3 provisions. We could trade. Yeah, we could trade 2. Let's trade 2 cowrie shells for provision. We're going to trade 2 cowrie shells for provision. So now we have enough to battle this barbarian. So we'll do 3 provisions. All right, 3 provisions are out. We'll do 2 riders and 1 spearman. Please report to the barbarian gate. All right, so those go away. And then we defeated this one. So this one is going to grant us a cowrie shell and a white worker. And they go into the discard pile for the barbarians. All right, so now we have more stuff to work with. Hopefully we could build something. So we have 1 white worker. We have a brick, 2 brick, and a wood. If we get 1 more brick, we could build one of these. We have a lot of wood, though, from here. Yeah, we need 1 more brick for this, but I don't have any bricks in my hand. I can't get any through there. So I think we're going to have to hold off on building this. There's no way to build this right now. So let's build this thing, right? So we could build that if we get 2 more wood. So I'll do 1, 2. Those have wood on them, so I get wood. I get 2 wood. So I'm at 3 wood. So 3 wood plus 1 white worker lets me build one of these. And I think I'm going to do a red one here. So that means that a labor worker is the same as a fighter. We can use them interchangeably, at least. So we'll put that over here. We get a cowrie shell for that. Boom, boom. And we're all set. I could also trade cowrie shells for stuff here, but that's fine for now. All right, so I'm out of cards. I'm out of actions, so the round ends. So let's take care of this. All right, we're good. All right, so let's deal with the barbarian first. The barbarian wants either a labor worker, which we don't have, or for us to destroy one of our cards. So let's do that. We'll shuffle these, and then we'll destroy the one on the top. Yeah, this game's very punishing. This asks you to destroy a lot of cards. Actually, we could have gamed this card into our discard pile, so we're going to do that. We don't want to leave that one out. We're going to retcon that a little bit. I should have taken that when it was my turn, but don't tell anybody. All right, we're going to shuffle the cards, and then I'm going to destroy the top one, and that'll be that. All right, so that's shuffled well enough, I think. And we're going to destroy this top card. Hopefully it's not anything good. It's the 2 blue workers. Yeah, I don't know. All right, so they're happy. We're gonna move these to the left. This one's gonna move over one, so we need one more barbarian, and then we get some more townsfolk. All right, since we shuffled, this goes over one, and we start over again. So now income for me is gonna be any worker of my choice. I'm gonna grab a writer. All right, so we're also grabbing 4 cards from the deck. Yo, Dutch Yoda, how you doing? Yo. So we got our 4 cards. We'll take a look at those in a second. We get 1 labor worker. We get a cowrie shell. We get a provision. And we get 1 cowrie shell for each of these that we've built. We built 1, so we get 1. And down here we get 1 rider. Yeah, we'll keep that. That's fine. That's fine. All right, so we got all our income. Are you gonna ride that wave? I'm gonna try, brother. I'm gonna try to ride the wave, brother. Get some toasty waves up in here, bro. I could say that because I spent the weekend at the beach. The one time in like years. That was a lot of fun. We had a trip to the beach. We stayed at a hotel right by the beach. It was literally right by the beach, like probably like, what 100 feet from the beach or something. It was pretty cool. I didn't get sunburned. I did not get sunburned. I was I do look. I feel like I look a little bit more toasty, but it could just be my imagination. But it was a lot of fun, man. It was hard to come back to the real life and work after that. The tide was high, bro. Phew. Anyways, yeah, I had a lot of fun with Lorena. Just chilling, reading, hanging out by the beach, eating some food, catching some tasty waves. And by catching, I mean just looking at them. Whew. All right, and we'll talk more about that on Saturday when me and Lauren are going to stream together. We do our cribbage and more streams, and that's always fun. I did dip a toe in the water. Yeah, just the one, just the one. That was it. That was it. Here's Comet. Look at that. Oh, she's twitching. Comet. She's dreaming about chasing mice, I believe. Oh, all right. There we go. All right, so let's get back to the game. I mean, we got. Let me see. Let me count how many cards we got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, we got 5 cards. If we don't pull any cards from here or destroy any cards from here, we're good. All right. So can we build this? So we need 1 more white worker to do this, but we don't have to do that this round. We could do other stuff, potentially other stuff. What I really want to do is build out these spots, because if these spots underneath these cards, there's worker spots, and I should get my worker back at this point, are more worker spots, and whenever I use a worker spot, I get a cowrie shell, so that's like an added bonus. So I'm incentivized to build those. So we have 2 brick. We need 1 brick and 1 wood, plus a white worker to do that, which I think we'll do. So we could chuck this one. We still need a brick though. All right, so we're gonna chuck this one. We're gonna discard this, and we're gonna get 1 wood. See, I'm wondering if the choices in this game, you're always like, should I discard it to my exhausted pile, or should I get it out of the game, put it in the townsfolk pile? And that's always like, to me, that's always a very interesting choice. Because you don't want to discard too many into your townsfolk pile, because that'll accelerate the game, and you might end up just losing because you took too much damage. You need your workers, you need your people, your townsfolk. All right. So what are we gonna do? We got a need for some brick. I could get brick by discarding this card into the townsfolk pile. I'll get a brick and a red worker, which seems good. Yeah, let's do that. We're gonna burn this card. We're gonna get 1 brick and a red worker. All right, so we have the 3 brick, the 1 labor worker, laborer. That's always a hard word for me to say, laborer. All right, so we're gonna return this to the supply, and we're gonna get, for our troubles, we're getting to build this. All right, so there's a goodie on the back. We get a provision. Then we could build this. Oh shit, we don't even have anywhere to build it. I cannot build this. Oh my god. No! Alright, sorry about that. I can't even build this because there's no spot for me to build it. Boo! Boo earns. So let me get back on my stuff. Man. Why you gotta have rules on me? Don't put rules on my game. How's this game so far? Giggles, how you doing? Thanks for joining us. I'm enjoying it, honestly. Like, I think it's pretty decent. I like it. It's very tough on me. It doesn't like me, I'll tell you that much. It does not like me. All right, so let's. In order to do that, we're gonna have to free up some space. So we're gonna have to build this first. That's such a bummer. That's such a bummer. And I already got rid of that card. All right. I mean, maybe we could build one of these. That would be good too. No, we have to build that first. So we need a white worker. We're gonna get rid of this card into our own private pile. So we get one white worker. We're gonna use 2 and 2 cowrie shells. So we're gonna use 2 white workers, 2 cowrie shells to build. We're gonna build this canal, right? So we're gonna get a wood and a brick. Plus, we have to destroy a card. We have to get rid of a card. Ugh. All right, we're getting rid of a card. We don't gain any benefit except for that. So we got our wood, we got our brick, we're good. Now 2 barbarians are going to come out at the end of the round. We could burn a card to get 2 cowrie shells if we wanted to. But also when we build here, we're going to get a free worker, so that's fine. But now we can't really build this. Actually, we can build this. So we have our fighter, which is the same as a labor worker. So we're going to get that guy. We're going to get 3 brick. We're going to get 1 wood, and we're going to build this. All right, so the order operations might have changed, but we could still build the same thing. So we move that onto there. That means we get a free worker. I'm gonna grab a yellow one. Yellow worker. And we remove this card, which means we have a new space for a worker. So if we send the worker here, we can get a different worker. Bam. We have workers. We might have enough provisions to get rid of a barbarian right now too. That would be pretty good to do. We have 1 card left in our hand. It's a card that gives us wood and a blue worker if we discard it permanently. We could also get more cards from on top over there. Provisions are kind of scarce, but we could send a worker to get one. Let's do this. Why don't we do this? We are going to send a worker to get a provision. So it gives us a provision plus a cowrie shell. And then we're going to fight this barbarian. So this one, it costs us 3 provisions and 2 riders and 1 yellow worker, which is 1 archer. So it takes all of this to fight this one guy. So let's get rid of that. Put it back in the supply. And then it has a story number on it. So we're going to look at the story. It's going to be Comet's story time. So I don't even know if we're going to get anything good out of this. I don't even know. We might just get something terrible happen to us. So let's see. This is story number 22. And we're going to read Comet a little story while she's sleeping. So this is after we defeated the barbarian. We spent food. We sent 2 riders and 1 archer to get them. And here's what's going to happen. The cheers of victory were still ringing in our ears when a hush fell over the battlefield. The fight appeared to be over, but then something stirred in the dust and blood. A brute of a man who had fought to overcome our forces, blood streaming down his side, was rising. Staggering to his feet, his sword still in his hand, he turned back towards our men, lifted his head, and tightened the grip on his hilt, ready for more. Oh no, this guy's not dead! No! File the defeated barbarian card in the box on their history. All right. This guy's history. Find card 36 in the story deck and place it face up on the space where the defeated barbarian card. Oh, this is such BS. We defeated that one just to have them come back. That's pretty crummy. Boo. Like, we don't get a reward at all for defeating this fool. All right, so card 36, there he is. He's back. So now, in order to defeat that one, we have to pay the provisions for the slot where they're at. Also, we have to pay one rider and one archer. And if we don't, they want us to destroy one card. Cosmic Beat is in the house. How you doing? Cosmic Beat or Cosmic Beef? Because I got Cosmic Beef with this guy right now. Because they're being a jerk. And they came back to life. How you doing? First time chatter. What a scam. I agree. What a scam. I spent all those resources to do that too. All right, so we got one card left. We got a few resources, not a whole lot, but we did accomplish some things. We could take this card for free. I could burn it right now to get a provision. I don't even have a worker to send over here. Boo. All right, let's do that. So what we're going to do is this one's free, so I could dismiss this townsfolk for free, get the provision, use that provision to pay for this card. And I'm going to dismiss it also right away. It's going to be dismissed. So they go there. And I get one rider. I get one of these workers here. This one I'm going to send over here for a white worker, a laborer. Plus I get a provision when I use a worker now, because I did so poorly in the last game. They decided to give me that as help. So I get sorry, not a provision. I meant a cowrie shell. And then that's it, right? I can't do anything with this. I could build one of these. So let's do that. Let's build one of those. Only I can't because there's no space to put them on there. So I can't build them. That's a bummer. But we do have those resources for next time. I mean, I do have cowrie shells I could spend to trade for other stuff. I could trade 2 for a provision, which will let me get another card. So that's pretty good, I feel. So let's do that. We're going to spend 2 provisions. We're going to do this trade up here. We get, 2 cowrie shells for a provision. We're going to spend that on this card. That one's going to go to our discard pile. We don't get anything for that, but it does give us an additional card. Remember, we lost the card earlier, so that's going to give us a little bit of a buffer, which is great. At the end of the round, though, we're going to have to pay the barbarians. This one wants either for me to discard a card from my ready pile permanently. If I give up a white worker, they're cool with that too. This one straight up just wants me to destroy a card, so that's going to happen. That's the end of the round. Actually, no, I have a piece of wood left here. I have 1 card left, which we might as well just... Actually, no, let's tuck it in here. Yeah. Because we freed up this spot, so now we can have this spot as income. So now we're going to get 2 workers come income time. And that'll be good. All right, so we're at the end of the round. What's going to happen is we're going to take care of the barbarians, or they take care of us. So now I'm going to discard this white worker to appease them. I'm going to send them as a missionary, as a, what do you call it, a diplomat. And they'll never come back, but hey, at least we tried. And then this one straight up just wants me to destroy this card. All right, so that one's going away. This guy looks like Leonardo DiCaprio, I think. I don't know why I said that so weird, but Leonardo DiCaprio, everybody. On the Titanic. We just watched that movie recently. All right. So this one gets burnt. And then all these move over here. We're going to need 2 more barbarians, so these move over. And we have some spots there for those guys. And we refill this spot with 1 card. All right, so we're all set. This is not moving yet because we're not shuffling our deck yet. So we're going to do our income. 1 worker of any color, our choice except for white. What I think I'll do is I'll get a red one, a red worker. So I'll get a red worker. Down here we get 4 cards. We should have 4 cards. Whoops, no, we have 3 cards. We burnt 1 card, so I'm gonna have to reshuffle these. So I get 3. I'm owed 1. There's only 2 cards left in here after I draw mine. So I got 4 cards. This moves because we shuffled. Let's put this back on the board. Remember, we don't want this to catch up to this or else we lose. We do the rest of our income. So I get 1 laborer. We get a cowrie shell. We get a provision. We get another provision for having built that purple outpost. And then coming down here, well, let's collect our workers. We also get another rider. And we're going to get 1 archer. So those are our workers for this round and resources. And here's Comet. All right, so we have our cards. This round, we need to add a bunch of cards. I feel like we'd only have 2. That's not a whole lot of a buffer. We do have 1 provision on here, so we could add at least 1. We got some out here. We do have barbarians to destroy. Yeah, this is not going to be easy. The good news is that we need 1 white worker. How do we get them? I think we're going to lose. I'll tell you why. Because there's no way for me to get a white worker. I could ditch this card to do that. That's the only way for me to get a white worker right now. So let's do that. We're going to discard this to our townsfolk. Comet's readjusting herself. As compact as you can, Comet. Squeeze in there. All right, so we're going to get rid of that card. We get a wood. We get 1 white worker. Oh, shit, we still need another one. Actually, no, our red works as a white worker, so we could do that. Hold on. No, let's take that back for the moment. We're going to take this back. This is going back to my hand. We're going to return the wood and the white worker we got from that. So what I think I'll do is we do have enough for this because our fighters are the same as laborers. So I could do these 3 and 2 cowrie shells for this to build a canal. Move that off board. We do get 1 wood and 1 brick. But we do have to get rid of 2 cards. So we get rid of these 2 cards. Man, that is really crummy. That is so crummy. Yeah. Ugh. So we get rid of those 2 cards. Now, if we're not going to survive the next round because we don't have any cards. We would have to gain 4 cards, I think. Actually, we need 1 card to survive. This is really brutal. Who needs a deck anyways? Apparently not me. I have 4 cards left in my whole deck. I didn't even burn that many, man. Cosmic. I did not burn that many cards. They took them from me. They got taken. Alright, so why don't we do this? You know what? Let's get rid of this guy. This guy was a jerk. Right? This guy came back to life. Let's take care of him. Alright, so we need 2 provisions, which we have. And we need a yellow and a black worker. So a rider and an archer. So they're going to go battle that guy. So that guy goes off the board. And we are going to read entry number 32. So it's time for Comet's story time. Entry number 32. Minor spoilers if you're... A little bit of spoilers. So if you're planning on playing this game, maybe tune out for a second. All right. So as you remember, this guy over here, we thought we defeated them, but they came back to life. So here's the story. A shout of triumph, cheers of victory. The enemy was falling back, their champion finally falling to our own brave fighters. We thought he would never go down again, but this time he wasn't getting back up. We made sure of it. All right, so they're dead. They're going in the history pile. And then we gain 1 wood. Nice. We actually get something this time. 1 clay. and 2 cowrie shells. All right, we got stuff out of it, but not, I mean, I don't know. We already have a lot of that stuff. All right, so we got some resources there. So that's great. Let's zoom in a little bit tighter here. And we defeated that guy who was a real jerk. So now we could build, if we're able to build something, that would be good. If not, I don't know what to tell you because we're going to lose. We need workers. None of these cards have workers, only resources, which is not great. All right, so we could take this card. We're going to add it to our hand. Right, sorry, we're going to add it to our deck. And then I think since that one's essentially the same as this card, I'll just burn this card. But is that going to help me? That is not going to help me. All right, here's what we're going to do. We took this card for free. If we had provisions, we could get more cards. We don't have any provisions. We could trade cowrie shells for provisions. I'm going to discard this card over here. I'm going to get a provision and a cowrie shell. Provision, I am going to buy a card from up here, one of the townsfolk. I'm going to send them over here. So provision for that. Now, instead of adding this to my hand, I'm going to burn it, right? It's going to go over here. So we get the brown resource here, whatever's in the brown little area here. So we get 1 red worker. Okay, I'm going to send that red worker to... If I send them here, I'll get a provision and a cowrie shell. But I still need to... All right, here's what we're going to do. We're going to send this one here. They're going to get a provision plus a cowrie shell. We're going to build something because remember, our red and white are interchangeable for us since we built this. So we could build something else. We would probably build one of these, I think. So we need 1 white worker, 3 brick, and 1 wood, which we have. So we could build one of these or we could build one of those. I think we're going to build this. So we're going to build that. All right, so we got 3 brick, 1 white worker, 1 brown log. That sounds gross, but that's what it is. We're going to build this one. That moves over here. We get a provision for that. This gets removed. We get the goodie on the back, which is story number 1. Not really a goodie, but we have access to this now. We send the worker here. We get either one of these resources. Plus, we have a slot for income. So let's take a look at story number 1. Make sure we got everything from here. We got our provision. We're good. Story number 1. Story time again for Comet here. So if you want to tune out for a little bit, minor spoiler. I mean, spoilers, I guess. I don't know. All right, here we go. Story number 1. The promised workers arrived this morning. Among them was a young man, skilled and honorable in his trade. He has settled into the camp and will be valuable in all the work ahead. File the constructed hut card in the box on the history, all right? Find card 10 in the story deck and add it to your hand. Ooh, I get a card straight to my hand. That's great. Card number 10. Ooh, buddy. Let's go. Well, that's what I'm talking about. Now we get rewards. All right. Here it is. Burnt. It's a worker. It's a very spicy worker. It's like he's looking at a little kiwi fruit or something, or piece of lettuce or something. I don't know what he's looking at. But they're ready to work. They give us 2 wood when we use them. Or if we get rid of them permanently, we'll get 2 wood and a worker of any type. Or we can use them as income. If we slot them in here, we'll use them as income. That's great. That's great. All right, so I think since we got that one, we're going to put this one as income down here. So we'll get 2 yellow ones as income. Yeah, we'll do that. Or hold on, let's not do that yet. Because we could buy this card, but that's going to go straight into our discard pile. Let's buy that card. Right? Is there anything else we need to do? Oh man, I really wish we had more workers. So we got cool spots right now. All right, we're gonna add. All right, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna spend the provision to gain this card to our deck. We don't have enough to buy this one, or actually that's a barbarian. We can't even buy that one. So now we do have to think about putting one here for our income. I feel like more workers are good. Let's put this guy down here. So this guy is now income for us. We're going to get 3 workers. That's pretty good. We still have a bunch of resources. Can we do anything with that? No, not really. We can't get any workers from them. We're just going to get a bunch of wood for this. Maybe I could get rid of one of the cards. So if I get rid of one of the cards, it's a lot of wood. We do still have to fulfill this requirement. So I think I'll just put this one over here for the milk. That satisfies that. So we'll just tuck that in there. We're good on that one. We still need fish and meat. All right. And then we'll just use these because we only have 3 cards in our deck, so we need cards. All right, so we're gonna put this one down. We get 2 wood. I'm gonna put this down. We get 1 wood. That's the end of the round. All right. Oh shoot, we still have to pay the barbarians. Oh well, it's a good thing we got wood because that's what they want right now. All right, so let's take care of the barbarians. This one wants either a white worker or for us to destroy a card. We're gonna have to destroy a card, so we shuffle this. And then we get rid of a card. I really hope we don't lose our worker that we just got. That guy is pretty dope. If we lose that guy, I'm going to be pretty sad. There's a high chance that that's going to happen because there's only like 5 cards on here. All right, let's shuffle that. All right. Are we feeling lucky? No. Not at all. All right, so we're going to discard the top card from our ready pile. Nope, it was somebody else, so that's fine. They're gone. We only have 4 cards left, right? So that's gonna that's gonna be cool. So now we move all these down. We're gonna need room for 2 barbarians, so let's move these down. We get 2 more barbarians out. All right. Remember, if we ever get 7 barbarians out here, we lose. We refill the rest with townsfolk, and now we get our income. Yo, Daniel, how's it going? Get them barbarians, John. I'm trying to, Daniel. I'm trying, but they're being jerks. They're being mean to me. Is what the barbarians are doing. All right, so we got our cards. We have to draw 4. That's all the cards we have. So we're going to really need to get more cards. We shuffled our deck, so this should move forward. We'll put the barge back on here. They do be like that. Yeah, they do be like that. Oh, great. None of these give me workers. All right. So we get our 4 cards. We get 1 white worker. We get a cowrie shell. We get a provision. We get 1 extra provision. We get any worker that we want. I think it's going to have to be a white worker, I guess. We'll just go red. So since we're able to use red as white. All right, and we also get our income from down here. So we get one rider, 1 archer, and another archer. So we get these. So those are the only workers we have. Yeah, this is not going to end well. Did you already finish your campaign, Daniel? How was it? Did you win? We got cowrie shells coming out the wazoo over here. Oh, we get this worker back. All right, so we really need to get rid of this. Get rid of at least 3 barbarians. Oh yeah, this is not going to happen. This is terrible. This is like my worst nightmare here. All right, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to take care of the barbarians first. No, we're toast. We're toast. Yeah, this is not going to end well. Because we don't have enough white workers. I won by skin of my teeth going 7-6. Whoa, no way, that's cool. That is cool. Yeah, the flood's going to advance, like, because I only have 4 cards. So we need to get rid of barbarians. We need to do everything. And this is not going to work. So we're just going to kill some barbarians. We'll spend 2 provisions. Spend 2. And we'll use 2 yellow, 1 red for this. All right, and then that gives us 3 cowrie shells. I have all the cowrie shells now in my possession. Yeah, it's so good once you get it, yeah. No, I get it. It's still just kicking my ass. It's like... all right, so we need more white workers. There's no way we're going to get white workers. I really like the shortage of workers in this. I think it's an unrelenting game. You can't take any turns off or you will lose. Haha, you'll be looking super sad. I am super sad. I saw you looking super sad. I am super sad. There's no way for me to get white workers. Like I could spend all right, here's what we can do. Let's do this. All right, so let's not be negative. Okay. Like the main character? Yeah, him too. Like in the storybook. In the storybook, you mean like their entries and we're both sad, Daniel. We're both sad. All right, so here's what we're gonna do. Let's see. There might be a way out of this yet. So what I'm gonna do is we are going to trade 3 cowrie shells for a brick. Okay, we're gonna use our last white worker plus a bunch of wood. To build one of these huts. Sorry, one of these outposts. Comet's putting her head right on my hand so I could pet her. This is the only joy I have right now because this game's kicking my butt. What was I doing? Oh, we built one of these, right? Oh shoot, I have nowhere to put it. I have nowhere to put that freaking building. Alright, I have nowhere to put that building, so I can't even do that. Yeah, I think we're done. Alright, we're done here. It's okay to feel sad. Yeah, it is. Alright, so I did trade cowrie shells for stuff, but that's fine. I'll leave it at that. We're going to take this one. We're going to burn it. We're going to get a yellow worker. They're going to go here. They're going to go there. We're going to trade. We're going to get, let's see, we're getting a blue worker. Right? We're sending. Oh, plus I get a cowrie shell for that. And then we're sending someone here, right? That's what we're doing. Yeah, we're sending somebody here. We're going to get 1 provision and a cowrie shell. Provision, we're going to do this trade. 1 white worker plus a provision to trade for any other color. And we'll trade for a blue. I still need 2 provisions to get that guy. So we'll do 2 and 2 for 2 provisions. And then we're going to destroy this guy. So it's 2 provisions, 2 blue, 1 black. That goes away. And we get 3 cowrie shells for our troubles. Not great. But we can buy 1 card. So we'll buy this card. And, oh wait, we still have to trade for that. So we'll do 2 cowrie shells for a provision. Take this one. Oh wait, I should not have sent this guy to get provisions. I should have used my own cards to do that. So I will take this back. So this will go back. I do have to put back the cowrie shell that I took from that. So I could have played this one and got the same thing instead of using that worker there. Okay. So I do have 1 worker left. Yeah, I keep forgetting to look at the cards in my hand. They let me do things, yo. I mean, you got halfway there with the canals, which is pretty good. Yeah, no. I mean, I always get really close. I like get to the last card and either the barbarians get me or it's been mostly the barbarians or the deck. The canal has not been a problem. All right, so I took that back. Instead of using the worker to get this and a provision, I used my own card, so I still have the worker. That 1 worker really doesn't do much for me, though. We need 3 workers for that. 3 white workers. If we had red ones, that'd be fine. But nope. Yeah, so this game, like, I had a lot of resources. I could burn this guy to get, like, a worker. Any color except white. Oh, whatever. We're just going to go through the motions. We're done with this one. I don't think this is not going to be a win. I don't see any way out of this one. So we'll do this and this. So that's 2 provisions and 2 cowrie shells. Bam. What we really need is a spot where we could trade cowrie shells for workers, which would be pretty good. Yeah. Hopefully I do get a bonus for next time. All right, so we have all this junk. We can't do anything with it. We can't build anything. We can't like, oh man, it's so frustrating. We have all these resources, but we no way to get other workers. Yeah, that's it. All right, so we're done. So we need to draw 2 barbarians, but before that, they need to get what they want. So this one's gonna have me either get rid of 1 white worker or destroy a card. So I'll destroy a card. This one, the same thing. So we destroy a card. This one needs a brick. I can pay the brick. And then they're going to move over. So we need more barbarians over here. This game is brutal. So we got our barbarians out. Barbarians. And then we get 2 more of these guys. That's the end of that. We don't lose on the barbarians. But it is now time for us to draw 4 cards. We only have 3, so that means we lose the game. Womp, 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 womp. Look at all these freaking resources. How you doing, Slivers? We just lost this game. You're a winner in my eyes. Aw, thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. So yeah, we lost on this one. That's a loss, buddy. That's an L. I gotta take an L on that one. Alright, so what happens when we lose is we draw from the deck of losing, which is this one. Alright, so if we lost because of the flood, we look at 49, which we did not lose because of the flood. Actually, we did, right? Yeah, that would have been a loss because of the flood, because we would have shuffled first. It would have caught up to us. Yeah. So when we shuffled before we drew and lost, this would have caught up to us. So we lost because of the flood. 49. This is going to be a short series because I don't know if I could suffer this many defeats. Yo, Comet is it's time for Comet's story time. Humble Tushani, in all our days together, I have watched you work tirelessly to make our family great, never asking for anything. The thought of this inspires me in all that I do. Constantly working hard for the greatness of all our people. I meditated today as I listened to the sound of the waters rushing in the river nearby, heralding the coming floods, whether it is for or not. Do I waste my days here when I could be with you and our family? I'm kind of feeling this because I'm like, this is a losing game. I keep losing. I was approached then by a messenger. Some farmers from higher up in this valley had come to visit our camp. I spoke with their elder who told me of livestock lost to the floods, but he believed that we would overcome the floods. I will not give up. I cannot. I will see this work through to the end. The elder has made an arrangement with us. We can replace some of what the floods have taken from him. Then he will release workers from his farm to come and aid us. Perhaps I can find some milk to spare. File the revealed defeated card into the history deck. That's history, that's gone. Find card 47 in the story deck and file it under the box other setup. All right. This is 47 here. It is a skill card. For all future games, place this skill card face up alongside the board. It has an ongoing ability that you may use multiple times at any point during each game. To use this ability, you must place a townsfolk card from your hand to your exhausted pile that features the milk icon on its left side. Alright, so this, the milk icon. Immediately after doing so, you may gain 2 workers of the same color. Oh, that's cool. Oh, so if we get rid of 2 of a milk card... So essentially, we have to burn a card that has milk on it. So, like, none of these have it, but... So, like, I have a few in here. So, the milk cards. I got skills, they're multiplying. I can't hit that John Travolta high. If I get rid of a card with milk on it, I get 2 workers. That's pretty good. So I do like that this game, if you're losing, they just give you more stuff to work with. I don't like how tight it is with the workers, though. I don't like that part. Alright, so that's the end of this playthrough. I'll be doing a part 3 of this one. So far I'm at 2-0. So I've lost 2 times. And I've won 0 times, which is not great. But this game is hard. I've heard mostly people losing their first few games. And I think Daniel said he lost seven, or sorry, he lost six and he won 7 games. There's still a chance for us. I'll keep streaming this. You'll get there, bud. Thanks. Thank you, sir. So I think what I'll do is we're gonna raid. We're gonna say goodbye. Comments here. I lost all the games you played. What? Cheap? Oh man, I'm sorry to hear that. That's probably gonna be what's gonna happen to me. I'm probably gonna lose all my games. Not only that, but then I have the pleasure of having to like go edit them and put them up on YouTube. So I'm not only gonna have to like live the experience of losing, I'm gonna have to live it too when I go edit the videos. So that's gonna be fun.